We welcome you guys to the State Farm Arena here in Atlanta, Georgia. I am Vinny from vdubproductions. We welcome you back to my NBA2K26 presentation of the 2025-2026 NBA season playthrough. We have game one of the Eastern Conference Quarterfinals featuring the 6th-seeded Orlando Magic and the number 2 seed Atlanta Hawks. As we look at the Magic starting lineup with Suggs, Bane, Wagner, Banchero, and Carter Jr. For the Hawks, we got Trae Young, Dyson Daniels, Richazé, Johnson, and Porzingis. Young and Porzingis, as well as Luke Kennard off the bench, are no longer Hawks in real life. But in this universe, this season was too far ahead in this season playthrough. As you see, Hawks win a tip, and Porzingis will get the opening slam dunk there. Porzingis averaged 19.1 points per game, but had 17.3 points in the first round series in their sweep of the Miami Heat. As you see, Desmond Bane with the bucket, and we are tied at 2. If we had game commentary on, you would hear Brian Anderson, Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, Ben said, "You have me," because I turned the volume down on that one. As Trae Young will miss that one, Carter Jr. will grab the rebound. Franz Wagner over to Jalen Suggs. The Magic swept the Chicago Bulls in 4 straight games. Banchero coming around with a layup. That's good, and it's 4-2 now. See Banchero on the road averaging 23.9 points on average a game, and 4.5 assists per game on average. That was away from the Kia Center. See Young coming around with a layup. That's good, and we are tied at 4. Trae Young on the regular season, 28.9 points per game on average, and he averaged about 23 per game, I think, in the first round series, their sweep of the Miami Heat. The only 2 undefeated teams still left in postseason play. As you see, Porzingis will grab the rebound off the miss over to Richazé. He'll make the shot, but the shot no good. Jalen Johnson getting the rebound, and it's a slam dunk, and the Hawks on top again. A little bit of a back and forth. Good pace right here. 2 minutes into the game. First quarter, Jalen Suggs. He'll shoot the 3. He'll miss it. Richazé grabbing the rebound. Feeds it over to Young over here. 16 on the shot clock. Trae Young back over to Johnson. Johnson coming back inside. He'll go to the lane. That is no good. Banchero grabbing the rebound. Banchero with it. And that was a failed alley-oop attempt. Johnson will come down with it. Trae Young holding on to it right now. He's going to move inside, but he'll pass it to Johnson. Johnson for 3. That's going to fall in. And that's a 7-0 run by the Hawks. It's 9-4. The Hawks on top. Franz Wagner feeds it over to Paulo Banchero. As we're about 3 minutes into the first quarter. 12 on the shot clock. Banchero will come around for the slam dunk, and that will end that run there. Banchero averaged 24 points a game during the regular season. He was the second leading scorer with 20 points per game during the Magic sweep of the Heat. As you see the slam dunk right there. The Hawks 5 of 8. The Magic 3 of 5 right now. 11-6. The Hawks on top over 3 minutes into the game here. 15 on the shot clock. Jalen Suggs feeding it over to Wendell Carter Jr. We got 8 on the shot clock. Back over to Franz Wagner. 5 on the shot clock. Suggs dishes over to Bane. Bane will shoot the 3. No good. Richazé grabbing a rebound. Richazé holding on to it right now. 14 on the shot clock. He's going to come inside. He'll dish it over to Young. Young will shoot the 3. That's in there. It's an 8-point lead for the Hawks right now. Trae Young averaged 25 points per game. It's 9.5 assists per game. And 3.8 three-pointers made in the 4 games against the Orlando Magic during the regular season. Neither team played each other in the regular season, or in the watch game during the regular season. And see, Young will shoot the 3-point attempt. No good, but a tip in, no good either. And Bane will have it here as we got Franz Wagner. Jumper. That is no good, but Suggs will get the offensive rebound and the put in. That'll stop the bleeding a little bit here as the Hawks off to a fast 14-8 start. 15 on the shot clock. Richazé with it. Go Hawks, go. Daniels. Got 4 on the shot clock. Daniels will shoot the 3. That is no good. Wendell Carter Jr. grabbing the rebound. Back over to Franz Wagner. Wagner dishes it over to Bain. Bain coming around and he is fouled. Dyson Daniels called for his first personal foul. First team foul. Desmond Bain going to go to the line shooting 2. Bain actually had a great started off the playoffs with a bang. First game of this NBA playoff portion of my season playthrough was game 1 of Orlando and Chicago. Desmond Bain went off for 47 points. He ended up actually averaging 22.5 points. As you see, Bain will make the first one here as Anthony Black will check into the game for Jalen Suggs. And that is it. The Magic shot about 78% from the line. As you see, he in the first round is Bain will sink them both, 14-10. Young, you got 10 on the shot clock. Young, he's coming around, 7 on the shot clock. Young coming with the layup, that's good, and the lead is up to 6 again. Desmond Black, as I said, first time he's checked into the game. Seems like these two teams have not played in forever. Wagner for 3. That's in there. Franz Wagner. Huge three-pointer there, and the Magic within 3. He averaged, I think, about 14 points a game in that series against the Chicago Bulls here. So we're halfway through the first quarter, 16-13. Hawks on top. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Semifinals as Dyson Daniels will miss that one over to Banchero. Daniels, 2 points on 1 of 4 shooting, 1 rebound right now. Over to Anthony Black. Over to Banchero, and Banchero with the slam dunk. That's an 11-2 run by the Magic. And there's a 9-2 run by the Magic, I should say. The three-pointer was no good. Desmond Bain had the rebound. Franz Wagner's going to come around with the layup opportunity. No good. Risha Zay will come down with the rebound. Feeds it over to Trae Young. Young still holding on to it. Back over to Dyson Daniels here. 13 on the shot clock. Now we got under 10 on the shot clock. 5 minutes of play here in the first. 16-15. Hawks on top. Feeds it over to Daniels. Daniels will shoot the 3. That's in and out. Anthony Black coming down with the rebound. Daniels 2 points on 1 of 5 shooting now. Wagner coming around. Feeds it over to Black. Black over to Bain. Bain feeds it over to Carter Jr. and Carter Jr. with the slam dunk, and the Magic are on top by 1. 11-2 run in the last nearly 3 minutes of play here. Trae Young crossing half court. Play on. Young feeding it over back to Daniels. Back to Young. Young coming around. He'll feed it over to Risha Zay. 5 on the shot clock. Risha Zay will shoot the 3. No good. Carter Jr. coming down with the rebound. No points for the Hawks in the last 2.5 minutes of play. So we're under 4 minutes of play here in the first. 17-16 Magic on top. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Semifinals. Carter Jr. will shoot the 3. No good. That is tipped, and Porzingis will come with the rebound. Risha Zay has it. Over to Jalen Johnson. Back over to Risha Zay. Dyson Daniels once again has it. Daniels, he'll shoot the 3. That's no good. Banchero grabbing a rebound. He's crossing the half-court line with it now. 15 on the shot clock. Banchero. He's going to come around, and that is good. Paolo Banchero, 8 points already in this first quarter. All 8 of them in the paint. Timeout, Hawks. We're going to take our first timeout of the game here. The Magic, on a 13-2 run, they lead it by 3. We're going to take a timeout. Coming out of timeout here, back here at the State Farm Arena. 3:08 to play in the first. As we look at the league leaders for the three-point percentage this regular season, Luke Kennard with 45.5% right from shooting from 3. That was the 5th, as he is going to check into the game. The current Laker, Kongu, Alexander Walker. As Caleb Houston checks into the game, and that gets a bucket right there to lead down to 1. for the Magic here. Last 4:35, it's a 13-4 run if you include that bucket. Tyus Jones also checks in the game. Bancaro will miss that one. Houston grabbing the rebound. 10-9, the Magic out rebounding the Hawks right now. Alexander Walker, and that is stolen by Black. Over to Tyus Jones, back to Franz Wagner for the slam dunk. And a lead up to 3 again. The Magic shooting 53%, the Hawks 42%. I haven't realized Mohamed Gay also checks into the game. Back over to Luke Kennard. Kennard with the Lakers. His Lakers actually are still in the playoffs in real life. They advance to the, as you see, Carter Jr. will get the rebound off the miss. They advance. They beat the Rockets 4-2. At the time of this recording, they have not played their second round series against the Thunder yet. Wagner, he'll shoot it. I think that's 3, no good. Kongu will grab the rebound. There's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. He's going to come around. He's going to go to the line, shooting 2. Franz Wagner call for his first personal foul, first team foul. Quinn Snyder has that look like you better make both of those free throws. 2 shots for...
Take a break. 2 shots.
For Alexander Walker, and he'll make the first one. Slew of substitutions coming into the game now. Look at the Orlando lineup here. We got Black, Bain, Penda, Wagner, and let's see, and it's just Porzingis checking back into the game. The Hawks were the worst free throw shooting team at 64%. They were the worst out of all the teams in the playoffs. But he does make the first one. Or he makes them both, actually, and it's 21-20. Bain will shoot the 3. No good. Porzingis grabbing a rebound. Fishing it over to Alexander Walker. Got 15 on the shot clock. Kennard shooting the 3. No good. Bedazzle grabbing a rebound. Penda has it. There's Black and Mo Wagner. Anthony Black finishes over to Mo Wagner for 3. That's in there. And the Magic have their largest lead at 4. The Hawks led by as many as 8. An extended 18-6 run here. And there's Porzingis with the slam dunk. 46.4 to play in the first. As I mentioned for the Magic, at the time of this recording, they were leading that series 3-1 as the 8 seed against the Detroit Pistons. Wagner, he is rejected by Porzingis. And Alexander Walker has it. Porzingis over to Alexander Walker, back to Porzingis. 10 on the shot clock, finding Kennard. Kennard will drive it, but then he'll take the jump shot. That's good, and we are tied at 24. Shot clock turned off here. I believe those are points in the paint. They are tied at 16 apiece. We'll get more into the Magic situation when this quarter comes to an end. You see Bain will shoot the 3. No good, and that will do it. We are at the end of the first quarter here. We are tied at 24. I am Vinny from VDub Productions, and I hope you enjoy this. If you are, hit the like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. We'll be back to start the second quarter right after this. We are back here in Atlanta here as we have Bedazzle, Black, Mo Wagner. He'll shoot the 3. No good. So we got Alexander Walker, Houston, Gay, Porzingis also out on the court as Alexander Walker. So we'll look at the lineup here as you see Alexander Walker giving the Hawks lead. We got Jones, Black, Bedazzle, Bain, and Mo Wagner. That is the lineup set for Orlando. Over to Bedazzle. He'll shoot the 3 off the iron. No good. Kongu, Houston, Kennard. Alexander Walker, Porzingis, and Mohamed Gay. That is the lineup set for the Hawks. As we're a minute into the second quarter, 26-24, Hawks on top right now. Kennard will shoot the three, no good. Bedaze grabbing a rebound. Tyus Jones feeds it over to Black, but he'll pass it back over to Tyus Jones. He's into Desmond Bain. We got 10 on the shot clock. Bain drives it in, no good. Houston will get it. He's going to come around. He'll hand it over to Alexander Walker. Back over to Kennard. Kennard thinks about it for a second. He's still trying to find a way to get an open shot, but he'll pass it to Porzingis. Under 10 on the shot clock. Porzingis will put the shot up. That's good. And the Hawks lead by 4. Kristaps Porzingis statistics, 20.5 points per game at home. And he averages 2.6 made three-pointers here as we have a reaching foul against Okongwu. As we had substitution out on the court, Jalen Suggs checking back into the game. Jones is going to go to the bench. And for the Hawks, we have Bufkin, Kennard, Alexander Walker, Porzingis. And Jalen Suggs will come in with the layup. Drives that one in, and it's 28-26. Hawks on top over 2 minutes into the second quarter. Bufkin. Feeds it back over to Porzingis. Porzingis. He's thought about it for a second. He will put the shot up. That's no good, but he'll get his offensive rebound in the put-in. Some second chance points for the Hawks. And the lead is up to 30-26. What was I talking about earlier before the end of the first quarter? The Magic. I talked about the Hawks season, how it came to an end, and how the Hawks actually got blown out actually in Game 6 in this building in real life by over 50 points, I believe. Bufkin coming around, layup, count it. We have an and-one opportunity as Jalen Suggs called for his first personal foul, first team foul. I think Bufkin came in for a couple of minutes here. 22 points in the paint right now. The scoring breakdown for the Hawks. And you got points, maybe penalty, I think. 10, and Bufkin will sink the free throw. Hawks lead it by 5. They led by as many as 8 in that first quarter. Over 3 minutes into the second quarter, game 1 of the Eastern Conference Semifinals series. Suggs coming around. There's a three by Bedaze. No good. Okongwu grabbing a rebound. Bufkin. 17 rebounds for the Hawks this season. They averaged 47.1 in the regular season. They averaged, rebounds per game. 55.5 rebounds a game. That led all teams, as there's a miss right there. Wagner had the rebound. Now it's Black that has it. 15 on the shot clock. Suggs. 10 on the shot clock. Show to Wagner, and he's got to step out of bounds. Turnover against the Magic. The Magic averaged, I think, 4 turnovers a game, which was the 5th most. Let's look at the playoff league leaders here. So he has the substitution out on court. Franz Wagner checking back into the game for Anthony Black. And for the Hawks, let's see here. Trae Young enters the game again. His team up by 5 right now. Porzingis coming around. That is good, and the lead is up to 7, and we'll have a timeout call. 10 points by Kristaps Porzingis. We're going to take a timeout. 7:53 to play in the second. The Hawks lead by 7. Coming out of timeout here in Atlanta. 35-28. Hawks leading it. Game 1 of this Eastern Conference Eastern Conference Semifinals series. As I was mentioning, as I said, the Hawks lost in 6 games. They see Suggs taking a inbound here in real life to the Knicks, including getting blasted in Game 6 by over 50 points, I believe. Rebounds 18-14 in favor of the Hawks right now. And you see Trey Young for three. That's in there, and the lead is up to 10 now. That's 10 points for Trey Young. He and Porzingis both are in double figures. And the lead is up to 10 now. Desmond Bain feeds it over to Mo Wagner. He'll shoot the three. That's off the back iron. Trey Young grabbing the rebound. No points for the Magic in the last 2:15 and counting. And make that a 13-point lead for the Hawks. They're outscoring them 17-4 right now in the second quarter. And for the Magic at the time of the recording of this game, we see Mo Wagner with the slam dunk. That puts an end to that to the bleeding there for a second. The Magic in the real life, their series right now, going to a Game 7 as we have an illegal screen called against Okongwu. That's his first personal foul. Look at the points off of turnovers. The Hawks with 5 and the Magic with 2 as we have more substitutions coming into the game. I know Banchero checking back into the game for the Magic. And for the Hawks, got Young, Daniels, Rishaze, Johnson, and Porzingis. I think that's their starting 5 right there. Banchero. He'll feed it over to Bedaze. And that is a 3-second violation against the Magic. The Magic led the series 3-1 in the real-life series against the Detroit Pistons. They lost Game 5, and then we're up by 22, 60-38 to be exact, going into halftime. And then they ended up losing 93-78. So they were outscored, I believe, 55-19, if my calculations were correct, as Porzingis with the 3, and I think he has 13 in this game now, and a lead up to 14 for the Hawks. Think about it, 19 points in total in the second half after scoring 60 in the first. Look at the Hawks, 20-14 on the boards. That is no good. And make that 20-15 now. Franz Wagner. He's dishing it. He's holding it right now. Dishing it back over to Banchero here. 14 on the shot clock. Banchero will shoot the 3. That's in there. Paulo Banchero. And the Magic really needed that one. The Hawks lead down to 11 right now. 15 on the shot clock. Now my question is, actually, I'm not going to ask the question because by the time this comes out, Game 7 will be over with. And we'll find out if the Magic were able to avoid the humiliating choke. And we'll be back here with the timeout called. Under 5 to play in the second. The Hawks up by 13. Back here in Atlanta, 4:58 to play in the second quarter. Let's see here. Black, Suggs, Wagner, Banchero, and Mo Wagner. And for the Hawks, Okongwu will check into the game, as Anthony Black will take the inbound. But as I mentioned right before the timeout, as we have a reaching foul called against Dyson Daniels here, as we have another substitution. Bedaze checking back into the game for Mo Wagner. Will Orlando actually be able to avoid the colossal choke? Or will they be able to hold on and upset the top-seeded Pistons? You see Jalen Suggs for 3. No good. Jalen Johnson grabbing the rebound. 21-15. The Hawks out-rebound the Magic right now. Daniels feeds it over back to Okongwu now. 10 on the shot clock. Okongwu over to Rishaze. And that's a miss right there. Franz Wagner with it. Feed it over to Suggs. Over to Bedaze. Over to Banchero. Back over to Franz Wagner. We got 4 minutes to play until halftime here. 46-33. Hawks on top. That's a three-pointer. I believe that's Banchero again. Magic within 10. So they trail by as many as 13. Rishaze. 14, I think, was the largest lead. Young will miss that one. Bedaze grabbing a rebound. Over to Suggs. Back to Banchero. Anthony Black. He's it over to Banchero. Back to Suggs. Suggs over to Black. 10 on the shot clock. Anthony Black. He'll shoot the 3. No good. Johnson grabbing a rebound. Richazé has it. Young feeds it over to Richazé. 10 on the shot clock. That shot is good. Zachary Richazé in the lead up to 13 again. Under 3 to play here. Over to Jalen Suggs. Back over to Franz Wagner. Wagner, that is no good. Johnson grabbing a rebound. Franz Wagner, 5 points on 2 of 7 shooting. 1 of 3 from 3-point range. Johnson with a bucket. Slam dunk. And the lead is up to 15 for the Hawks. Timeout Magic. We're going to take one as well. 2.5 to play in the second. The Hawks leading it by 15. Looking at the lineup set here. We got Suggs, Bain, and Wendell Carter Jr. checking back into the game for the Magic. And that is it. The Hawks actually had their way with the Miami Heat. The closest game they had in that sweep was a 15-point win. But other than that, it was over 30 points for the other 3 games. Got Jalen Suggs feeding it over to Banchero. 7 on the shot clock. Banchero, he'll shoot the 2. No good. Okongwu grabbing a rebound. Get it over to Trae Young here. 24-16. The Hawks out-rebounding the Magic right now. This is it over to Trae Young. Young passes it up back to Jalen Johnson. He'll shoot the 3 off the back iron. Desmond Bain grabbing a rebound. Feeds it over to Banchero. We got 9 on the shot clock. 4 on the shot clock now. Back over to Carter Jr. Fish it over to Wagner. Wagner will miss that one. No points for the Magic in the last 2.5 minutes of play. Dyson Daniels over to Johnson. Johnson, that shot is no good. Wendell Carter Jr. grabbing a rebound for the Magic. Still trailing by 15. Bain coming around, no good. Okongwu grabbing a rebound. Richazé, we got Desmond Bain. 0 for 6 from the field. He made 2 free throws. 2 points and 3 rebounds. Johnson for 3, no good. Banchero grabbing a rebound. Under a minute to play until halftime. Paulo Banchero feeding it over to Jalen Suggs. We got 10 on the shot clock. We got Banchero over to Bain. Bain shooting for 3, no good. Johnson with the rebound. Dyson Daniels. Bain 0 for 7 from the field in the first half. Daniels over to Richazé. He'll shoot the 3. That's in there, and the lead is up to 18. 24.9 to play in the second. The shot clock is still on because of 9/10 of a second is ahead. Dyson Daniels had the assist there. Still have to get a shot up, but they still could possibly play for the last shot. Banchero, he'll put the shot up. That's good. Stops the bleeding a little bit. 5.4 to play in the second. Young, he'll shoot the 3 from the logo, and that's no good, and we will do it. The score, the Hawks 54, the Magic 38. Hawks outscore the Magic 30-18. 30-14, I should say, in that second quarter. You see Quinn Snyder being interviewed. And I hope you enjoy what you're watching so far. I am Vinny from vdubproductions. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, comment on this video as we head to halftime. And once again, I am Vinny from vdubproductions, and we're going to send it to halftime. We'll see you guys in the second half. We are back, starting the second half here. 54-38, the Hawks leading the Magic right now. We look at Paulo Banchero highlights, though. Bright spot for them. He has 16 in that first half. So the Hawks leading it by 16. They had won in their 4-game sweep against the Miami Heat. The Hawks won by an average of 26.25 points in those 4 games. Suggs coming around, and that's how you start the second half here. His first, no, wait a minute, that's 8 points for Jalen Suggs. He's minus 15 out on the court, though. Lineup set here, starting 5 for both teams. Suggs, Bain, Wagner, Banchero, Carter Jr., and for the Hawks, Young, Daniels, Richazé, Johnson, and Porzingis here. That's a miss right there. Jalen Suggs coming down with it. Childhood friend of Dallas Wings, the WNBA Dallas Wings player, Paige Beckers. Miss there as Dyson Daniels with it for the Hawks. Feeding it over to Richazé. Back over to Johnson. Back to Richazé. 10 on the shot clock. Young. He'll shoot the 3. That is no good. Jalen Suggs grabbing a rebound. 20 on the shot clock right now. Feeding it over to Franz Wagner. Desmond Bain. Feeding it over to Banchero. He'll shoot the 3. No good. Carter Jr. getting the offensive rebound and the put up. Magic within 12 here, over a minute and 15 into the third quarter. Young feeds it over to Richazé over at the corner. Coming to the wing now. He'll shoot the 3. That is no good. Wendell Carter Jr. coming down with the rebound. Richazé, 6 points, 2 of 5 shooting. Banchero, that is no good. Johnson with the rebound. Almost lost it for a second, but Trae Young was able to control it here. Look over at Trae Young, feeding it over to Porzingis. 8 on the shot clock, back over to Dyson Daniels. Daniels will shoot the 3, no good. Porzingis will get the offensive rebound and a put-in. Second chance points there. That is 15 for Kristaps Porzingis. I believe he and Trae Young are now tied at 15. Bain, and wow, that was supposed to, what kind of alley-oop attempt was that? I think that was Jalen Suggs that needed to have a little more awareness there. Can't fault Bain there for that one. Jalen Suggs just like let it go by. Richazé holding on to it right now. 13 on the shot clock. Young for 3. No good. Carter Jr. grabbing a rebound. Franz Wagner. He's over to Jalen Suggs. Suggs feeding it over to Wagner. Wagner with the layup. That's good. Once again, the Magic within 12. We got Trae Young crossing the half-court line. Feeds it over to Dyson Daniels. Daniels over to Richazé. Pass it over to Porzingis. 3 minutes into the third quarter, I should say. Porzingis with the bucket. That's 17 for him. 12 in the paint. Defense chance, 58-44. Hawks on top. Game coming to you from State Farm Arena. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Semifinals between the Heat and the Hawks and the Magic. Desmond Bain, I believe that might be his first shot from the field. That three-pointer made, 58-47 now. There's a three-point attempt, no good. That was Trae Young that shot it. Banchero grabbing a rebound. Young, 15 points on 6 of 5, shooting 5 assists. Feeds it over to Banchero. Banchero will get the slam dunk. And just like that, the Magic are within single digits again. As we're 4 minutes into the third quarter here, 58-49. Porzingis, that is good. That's 19 for him, and the lead back up to 11 again. The Magic shooting 21 of 50. The Hawks 25 of 53. Desmond Bain. He'll shoot the 3. That is no good. Porzingis grabbing a rebound. Desmond Bain, that's at 5 points from 1 of 9 from the field. And that is Dyson Daniels for 3, and the lead is up to 14 again. 5 quick points for the Magic to get it back up to 14 at least. Led by as many as 16 as we start the second half. Banchero misses that one. They got Richazé. Banchero with 18 points on 8 of 16 shooting, 4 rebounds. Feeds it over to Porzingis. Porzingis coming over, or no, thought about shooting it. He will get the shot up, and Wendell Carter Jr. called for the foul. Coach not happy there. The Hawks leading it by 14 right now. It's probably the closest they have actually had anybody at this point of the game throughout the playoffs. Kristaps Porzingis. And he'll sink the first one, and the lead is up to 15 again. As I said, the Hawks were the worst free throw shooting team in the first round out of any of the 16 teams in the playoffs. But they shot the ball pretty well tonight from their opportunities that they've had at the charity stripe. And he'll sink them both. Lead up to 16 again. 7-0 run by the Hawks. Banchero holding on to it right now. 10 on the shot clock. Banchero with the layup. That is good. That's 20 points for Paolo Banchero. The Magic 22 of 53 shooting. The Hawks 26 of 54. 6:30 to play in the third quarter. 65-51. Hawks on top. And that is no good. Porzingis will get the offensive rebound and the put in. And the lead up to 16 once again. Jalen Suggs. 14 on the shot clock. And that's going to go out of bounds. That is a careless turnover by the Hawks. As I said, the Magic actually averaged 4 turnovers a game, which was the 5th highest, or tied for 5th. And that is the 5th highest, by the way. That is not a category you want to be in the top 5 in. As we're halfway through the third quarter, 67-51, Hawks on top. Dyson Daniels. 5 on the shot clock, and he's going to go to the line, shooting 2 as Desmond Bane called for his first personal foul, second team foul. Look at the Hawks, 8 3-pointers made, 31 points off of assists. That's the scoring breakdown right now. The Magic with only 51 points. And that's a miss right there. I mentioned they have struggled. They were struggling at the line. As I said, there's a reason why they are the worst free throw shooting team in the playoffs in the first round. They took advantage of some of their opportunities in this round, in this game so far, but that miss was there. We saw Anthony Black checking back into the game for Jalen Suggs, and he misses them both. There's the Hawks that we know and love at the line during these playoffs in my season playthrough. Over to Banchero. He'll come around the layup. That's no good. Johnson grabbing a rebound. Pushing it over to Richazé. Back over to Young. Young fishing to Daniels. Daniels for 3. No good. Carter Jr. grabbing a rebound. Black has it. Feeds it back over to Banchero. Banchero will shoot the 3. No good. Porzingis with the rebound. Richazé has it. He's going to come around. Back over to... That was Daniels for... No, that was... Yeah, Johnson. Never mind. Richazé with it. Daniels is number 5. 7 on the shot clock here. 5 on the shot clock. Coming around. Richazé. Feeds it over to Porzingis. He'll shoot the 3. That's in there. And the lead is up to 19 now. Kristaps Porzingis, 26 points. 13 of those here in the third quarter. 4.5 to play in the third. Timeout, Magic. We're going to take one as well. 4:29 to play in the third. The Hawks leading it 70-51. Coming back here. 4:29 to play. We got Young, Alexander Walker, Johnson, Porzingis, and Okongwu. That is the lineup set for the Atlanta Hawks. 4:29 to play in the third. We coming out of this timeout. Game 3 of this Eastern Conference Semifinal series. The winner of this game will be the lone undefeated team left in this NBA playoffs in the season playthrough project. So we got Franz Wagner feeding it over to Bane. struggling from the field. Bancaro, he'll shoot for three. That is no good. Trey Young with the back rebound. Largest lead of the game so far at 19 points for the Hawks. They're trying to extend that. 10 on the shot clock. He did over to Porzingis. He'll get the layup. That's good, and the lead is up to 21. That is 28 for him now. 15 of those here in the third. Then over to Desmond Bane. Bane finding over to Anthony Black. Black thought about the shot for a second. Gives it over to Bane. Bane with it. 3 on the shot clock. 2 on the shot clock. Desmond Bane, he's still struggling from the field. I believe that's 1 of 10 now for him. Young will lose it as Desmond Bane will come with the steal. Bane coming around, and that is a blocking foul against Trey Young, and that's an and one opportunity. Luke Kennard coming into the game now. Jalen Johnson going to go to the bench. And Bane will sink the free throw. He'll get the 3 points and the lead back to within 8, or Magic within 18. 3:15 to play in the third. It was a 16-point lead to start the quarter as the Okongwu for 3, no good. The Magic were able to get to within 9, but they haven't been close since. It's been all Hawks since the second quarter. Bane will shoot the 3, no good. Alexander Walker getting the rebound. Trey Young holding on to this right now, 13 on the shot clock. Trey Young finally over to Porzingis. He'll shoot the 3. That's good. The lead is up to 21. 2.5 to play in the third. Wagner finds it over to Carter Jr. back to Bancaro. Over to Wagner, over to Anthony Black. This shit over to Paolo Bancaro. 4 on the shot clock. Bancaro. He'll make the shot. That is no good. Kennard grabbing a rebound. 2 minutes to play in the third. Porzingis. Coming around, that shot is good. Kristaps Porzingis, that's 33 for him in this game one. The rest of the team, 44 combined. Definitely looking at player of the game right now with a minute and a half in the third, but things could happen here. It's a 23-point lead. Bancaro shooting for 3, no good. Kennard grabbing a rebound. Get it over to Alexander Walker. Alexander Walker coming around with the layup. That's good. And the lead is up to 30 or 25 now. The Magic shooting 38% to the Hawks 51%. Let me see. Hawks are above their average. The Magic well below their average. Bane for 3, and look at that. He can hit a shot from the field. 79-57. 22-point lead. Over to Okongwu. The shoot over to Trey Young. Young finds Alexander Walker. He'll shoot the 3. No good. Carter Jr. grabbing a rebound. 30 seconds to play in the third. Anthony Black feeds it over to Desmond Bane. 15 on the shot clock. Bane, he'll shoot the 3. That's no good. Okongwu grabbing a rebound. Trey Young has it. Shot clock turned off. Under 8 seconds to play in the third. Trey Young holding on to this one right now. He'll shoot the 3. That is no good, and that will do it. We are at the end of the third quarter. The Hawks leading 79-57. I am Vinny from VDub Productions. If you like what you see, hit the like button, comment, subscribe to this channel. We'll be back to start the fourth quarter coming up right after this. We're starting the fourth quarter of the game with the State Farm assist of the game, and that will go to Trey Young on an alley. That wasn't an alley-oop, but that was a baseball pass to Porzingis, and Porzingis did come down with the slam dunk. State Farm, a proud sponsor of NBA 2K26. So we have Mohamed Gay, Luke Kennard, Caleb Houston out on the court. I believe that might be Porzingis. And there's Kennard right there. We got Black, Suggs, Bedaze, and both the Wagner brothers to start the fourth quarter for the Magic. So yeah, it is Okongwu, Porzingis, Luke Kennard for three, as well as Mohamed Gay and Kristaps Porzingis and Okongwu as well. So that is the lineup set for the Hawks here. 25-point lead. I believe that's the largest. Bedaze will get the slam dunk. 26.4 assists per game. They have 16 tonight, and they averaged 29.8 assists. That was sixth amongst the playoff teams. 10 on the shot clock now. Porzingis. That shot is good. I believe that's 35 for him. Yes, indeed. Lead up to 25 once again. I believe that's their largest. As I said, the Hawks won by as many as 26.25 points on average during that sweep of the Miami Heat. And Jalen Suggs for three. Let's see, the Magic, 62 points they allowed, or scored. The Hawks actually only allowed... Hawks allowed the fewest points on average at 75.5 per game. That is a miss right there for Bedaze. Jalen Suggs, and Wagner will lose that one. In fact, actually, the most points they gave up in a game was 78, and that was the game one. So the Hawks have played some, knows how to play some suffocating defense. And that's a violation, and the Magic will get the ball. That's a step out of bounds here. As we look at some substitutions, Trey Young checking back into the game for the Hawks. And Trey Young checks back into the game. In fact, actually, the Hawks averaged 3.8 turnovers per game. That was tied for ninth. That's the ninth highest, by the way. So that is barely the bottom half, which is good there on the bottom half, but they're still on the upper end of the bottom half as Jalen Suggs will get the bucket there, and it's a 20-point lead. Nine minutes to play here in the fourth, game one in this Eastern Conference Semifinal series for the Hawks. They're looking to try to keep their undefeated streak alive. Mo Wagner grabbing the rebound there over to Suggs. Suggs coming around with the layup slam dunk. That's a 7-0 run by the Magic. And suddenly they're within 18. 8.5 to play in the fourth. Young. They shoot over to Nickeil Alexander-Walker. He'll shoot the three, and the lead is up to 21 again. Anthony Black feeding it over to Jalen Suggs. Suggs coming around with a layup. That is good. Jalen Suggs having a strong fourth quarter, but his team's still trailing by 19. So we're over 4 minutes into the fourth quarter, under 8 to play, I should say. Okongwu back over to Young. Young will shoot the three. That is no good. Jalen Suggs grabbing the rebound. Suggs. No good. No, he'll come around, feeding it over to Bedaze. 5 on the shot clock. Bedaze, no good. Okongwu grabbing a rebound. It is a 19-point lead. 7:20 to play in the fourth. Porzingis with it. I believe he has 35 right now. Being guarded by Mo Wagner. There's a three-pointer. That's good. And the lead is up to 22 again for the Hawks. Suggs feeding it over to Mo Wagner. Mo Wagner with the bucket. 90-70. Suggs with the assist. As I said, Suggs has had a good fourth quarter. But as I said, his team is still down by 20 here. Time is running out here. Porzingis. That shot is up. That is no good. Mo Wagner grabbing a rebound. Over to Anthony Black. Black feeding over to Bedazzi. And he'll miss that shot. Okongwu grabbing a rebound there. Luke Kennard. Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Still holding on to it, facing over to Trae Young. As I said, not a Young and Porzingis are not Hawks in real life anymore. Porzingis, he'll get the shot up. That is no good. Bedazzi grabbing a rebound over to Jalen Suggs. Over to Suggs. Back over to Franz Wagner. Over to Black. Black for three. No good. Alexander Walker. Dish it over to Trae Young. 5.5 to play in the fourth. 15 on the shot clock. 10 on the shot clock. 5:20 to play in the fourth. Porzingis with the slam dunk. And the lead is up to 22. Anthony Black. Got 15 on the shot clock. Black coming around, feeding it over to Wagner. Jalen Suggs. He'll shoot the two. That is no good. Porzingis grabbing a rebound. Trae Young. Gives it over to Young to shoot it back over to Porzingis here. 5 on the shot clock. Okongwu. Young for three. No good. Mo Wagner grabbing a rebound. Jalen Suggs back over to Black. Find it over to Mo Wagner. Black. He'll shoot the jump shot. No good. Okongwu grabbing a rebound. 4 minutes to play in the fourth. 22-point lead for the Hawks. Porzingis coming around with a slam dunk. I believe that's 37 now officially for him. Maybe he has more and I just lost count. But the lead up to 24 though, I can tell you that. And there's Suggs. That shot is no good. Okongwu grabbing a rebound. As I said, the Hawks have only allowed 75.5 points so far in the first 4 games of this playoffs. That was to the Miami Heat. And right now, with 3:18 to play, the Magic only have 70. And the Magic actually were the 7th highest scoring team with 105.2 points a game. Wagner for three, no good. Trae Young grabbing a rebound. 180 seconds to play. 94-70. Alexander Walker will shoot it. That's in there. That's a three-pointer and the lead up to 27. Suggs coming around and he'll make the bucket. 19 points for Jalen Suggs. 6 of them mid-range. 2.5 to play here in the fourth. And it looks likely that the Hawks are going to be the only undefeated team remaining in the NBA playoffs in my season playthrough. Porzingis holding on to it. Feeds over to Kennard. He'll shoot the three. No good. Bedazzi grabbing a rebound. Wagner. Feeds it over to Bedazzi. He'll get the slam dunk. 23-point lead. 2 minutes to play here in the fourth. You gotta think about it. The Magic only allowed 86.5 points. That was 13th, or the 4th least allowed amongst the playoff teams. Porzingis with a bucket in there. He's having himself a great. He's at 41 now in this game. He's definitely going to get player of the game here. 99-74. So yeah, they gave up only 86.5 points per game against the Chicago Bulls, as Mo Wagner has least the Magic got 76. As I said, the most they allowed, I think, for the Hawks was 78. Alexander Walker shooting a three, no good. Mo Wagner grabbing the rebound. Franz Wagner has it. Under a minute to play here. And Wagner with the slam dunk. The Wagner brother connection there. Magic 34 of 81. The Hawks 40 of 83. 99-78. The Hawks are going to take game one of this series. A huge game one. Young will shoot the three. For the heck of it, no good. Franz Wagner. To Jalen Suggs. Suggs back to Wagner. He'll shoot the three. No good. Bedaze gets the offensive rebound and a put in. And guess what? The Magic are the first team to score more than 79 points against the Hawks in this postseason. But it's not going to matter anyway. Young's going to hold on to it. The Hawks will take game number one of this best-of-7 series, 99-80. On a superb effort by Kristaps Porzingis, 41-point performance. And the Atlanta Hawks are the only unbeaten team still remaining in total for this postseason. They are now 5-0 combined. The Magic will take their first blemish, just like the OKC Thunder did earlier. As we see Trae Young being interviewed by Allie LaForce. You can't hear it because, guess what? I turned the commentary volume down. Instead, you get to deal with me, my annoying self. So, take that for what it's worth. And no surprise there, Kristaps Porzingis getting player of the game. We'll be back with the post-game player statistics right after this. At the post-game player statistics brought to you by 2K Sports. Of course, we start off with the victorious Atlanta Hawks, 41 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks by your player of the game, Kristaps Porzingis. Trae Young with 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 9 assists. We got Nickeil Alexander-Walker, 12 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists right off the bench. Luke Kennard with 8 points and 3 rebounds. Jalen Johnson, 7 points and 8 rebounds. Followed by Zachary Richazé. He had 6 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal. Dyson Daniels, 5 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Kobe Buffkin, 3 points in 3 minutes of play. We got Caleb Houston with 2 points and 1 rebound. Followed by Onika Ekwangu. He did not score any points, but he did have 13 rebounds and 1 assist. Mohamed Gay, no stats in 2 minutes of play. Nafeli Dante, Asa Newell, Nikola Jurisic, and Vit Krejci did not play for the Atlanta Hawks. And now for the Orlando Magic. You got Paolo Banchero with 20 points, 7 rebounds. Jalen Suggs with 19 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal. Mo Wagner, 13 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. Desmond Bane with 11 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. He struggled from the field. He only went 3 of 14 from the field. 2 of those were actually from three-point land. Franz Wagner, 7 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists. We got Goga Bedaze, 6 points, 10 rebounds, 1 assist. Wendell Carter Jr. with only 4 points, 10 rebounds, and 1 assist. Anthony Black only had 1 rebound and 4 assists with 2 steals. Tyus Jones only 1 assist in 4 minutes of play. Noah Penda, no stats in 2 minutes of play. So we had Jonathan Isaac, Jet Howard, Jace Richardson, Tristan Da Silva did not play for the Orlando Magic. And that will do it for your post-game player statistics. So coming up, we're back in the Western Conference where we'll have game 1 of the other Western Conference semifinal series featuring the 8th-seeded San Antonio Spurs who pulled off an upset against the top-seeded Clippers. who had the league's best record. That doesn't matter anymore because it's the Spurs that are continuing playing on, and they will stay in the LA area as they take on the Los Angeles Lakers, the 5th seed, who pulled off the 5-4 upset over the Timberwolves in 6 games. So this will be a very fun one. I don't think these two teams played each other in a watch game, but they definitely do have some playoff history between the two franchises. Yeah, we're hoping that this will be another good series, even in video game land, as it is still possible that these two teams could play in the actual Western Conference Finals. As the Spurs, they're the 2 seed, they were able to defeat the Portland Trailblazers 4-1, and the Lakers beat the Rockets 4-2. I do not think either of those series have started by the time of this recording of the game. They might be by the time this video comes out. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, comment on this video, and if you're new to this channel or you've been watching this and you haven't done so yet, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon to receive notifications when these videos do come out. And with that, I want to remind everybody the final score of the game. The Atlanta Hawks defeat the Orlando Magic 99-80 behind a 41-point performance by Kristaps Porzingis. They lead that best-of-7 Eastern Conference Semifinal series 1-0. I am Vinny from vdubproductions, and I am signing off.